Welcome to my channel, The City of English.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the City of English. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jason. And today we're talking about something so simple, so ordinary that most people don't even realize how much trouble it causes them every single day.
Oh, I already know what you're thinking about, Jason.
Go on, guess it.
Listening. Real listening. Not just hearing words, but actually understanding what someone means.
Exactly. Today's episode is called Listen More Carefully. And trust me, by the end of this, you're going to catch yourself nodding along thinking, oh my gosh, that's literally me.
It happens to everyone, even native speakers. You hear someone talking, but your brain is somewhere else. Maybe you're thinking about dinner or replying to a text or just daydreaming.
And then suddenly someone asks you, so what do you think? And you're like,
Panic mode.
Total panic mode. Yeah, I agree with that.
We've all been there. So today we're going to slow things down, listen to a beautiful story about two people learning this lesson the hard way, pick up some amazing vocabulary, sharpen a grammar point, and then I've got a fun challenge for our listeners at the end.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get into it.
So Jason, be honest. Are you a good listener?
That's a dangerous question to ask me on a podcast about listening.
Exactly why I'm asking it.
Okay. Honestly, I used to be terrible. My wife would tell me something important, and 30 seconds later I'd ask, wait, what did you say?
That's the classic move.
It drove her crazy. She'd say, Jason, were you even listening to me? And I'd say, of course. But deep down, I knew I was just nodding.
That's called passive hearing, when sound reaches your ears but your brain doesn't process the meaning.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. I was hearing her voice, but I wasn't listening to her words.
It's such an easy trap to fall into, especially in our busy lives. We're always multitasking, checking our phones, thinking about work, planning the next thing.
True, and it's not just at home. Think about school, meetings, even conversations with friends. If you don't listen carefully, you miss important details.
And in English learning especially, listening carefully is everything. If you don't catch the small words, the connectors, the tone, the emotion, you'll misunderstand the whole message.
Which is why today's story is so important. It's about two people, Michael and Sophia, who learn in a very real and relatable way why listening changes everything.
I love this story. Let's set the scene.
It was a rainy Tuesday morning in the city. Michael, a 29-year-old graphic designer, rushed into his favorite coffee shop, the Golden Cup, already thinking about his 9 a.m. meeting.
Narrating softly, he didn't notice the barista, Sophia, greeting him with a smile.
Good morning, the usual? Sophia asked cheerfully.
Yeah, sure, whatever, Michael mumbled, scrolling through his phone.
Sophia frowned slightly, but kept her smile. Actually, we're out of oat milk today. Would you like almond milk instead, or should I make it with regular milk?
But Michael, still glued to his phone, just said, yeah, sounds good.
A few minutes later, his name was called. He grabbed his cup, took a sip, and made a face.
This isn't right, he said, loud enough for Sophia to hear.
Sophia walked over, concerned. Is something wrong?
You gave me regular milk. I'm lactose intolerant. I specifically always ask for oat milk.
Sophia blinked, surprised. But I asked you which one you wanted, and you said, sounds good.
Michael paused. His cheeks turned a little red. Oh, I didn't really hear the question. I was distracted.
Sophia smiled gently. It happens to all of us, but maybe next time put the phone down for 5 seconds.
Michael laughed awkwardly. Fair point. I'm sorry, that was completely my fault, not yours.
From that day on, Michael made a small promise to himself. Whenever someone was speaking to him, he would look up, make eye contact, and truly listen, even if it was just for a few seconds.
And you know what? Over the next few weeks, something interesting happened. His relationships at work improved. His girlfriend noticed he remembered small details she mentioned. Even his boss said, Michael, you've become such a great communicator lately.
All because he learned one simple lesson. Listening isn't just about hearing sounds, it's about giving someone your full attention.
That's such a powerful message, honestly. Something so small, like really listening to your barista, can change how people see you.
It's one of those quiet life skills that nobody teaches you directly, but it affects everything: your relationships, your career, even your confidence in English conversations.
Speaking of confidence, this connects perfectly with our vocabulary spotlight today.
Let's break down some useful words and phrases from the story. These are perfect for daily conversations.
First word, distracted. Adjective, unable to focus because something else is taking your attention. Example, I was distracted by my phone and missed what she said.
Next, glued to. Phrase, completely focused on something, especially a screen. Example, he was glued to his phone during the whole conversation.
Lactose intolerant. Adjective phrase, unable to properly digest milk products. Example, I can't drink regular milk because I'm lactose intolerant.
Awkwardly, adverb, done in an uncomfortable or embarrassed way. Example, he laughed awkwardly after realizing his mistake.
To make a promise to yourself. Phrase, to privately commit to changing a behavior. Example, she made a promise to herself to listen more carefully in meetings.
Full attention, noun phrase, complete focus without distraction. Example, give the speaker your full attention, even in a short conversation.
And finally, communicator. Noun, someone who expresses ideas and shares information clearly. Example, she's a great communicator. She always listens before she speaks.
These words are simple but incredibly useful. You'll hear them in offices, cafes, and everyday chats all over the world.
Try using 2 or 3 of these today in a real conversation. It really helps them stick in your memory.
Now, let's talk grammar. Today's focus is something we naturally used in the story: reported speech or indirect speech.
This is when we tell someone what another person said without quoting their exact words.
For example, Sophia asked, "Would you like almond milk?" But later, when explaining it, we might say,
She asked if I wanted almond milk.
Notice the changes. The question turns into a statement, would becomes wanted, and we add if or whether.
Let's look at a few more examples. Direct, I'm going to the gym. Reported, she said she was going to the gym.
Direct, can you help me? Reported, he asked if I could help him.
Direct, I don't like coffee. Reported, she said she didn't like coffee.
A simple pattern to remember. Present tense often becomes past tense, and question structures shift into normal statement order.
This is incredibly useful for storytelling, gossiping with friends, and even explaining a misunderstanding, just like Michael did with Sophia.
Great tip for today. Practice turning a few sentences from direct speech into reported speech. It'll boost your fluency instantly.
You know, Jason, I think this topic goes beyond just language learning. It's really about respect.
Totally agree. When you truly listen to someone, you're telling them you matter. What you say is important to me.
And when you don't listen, even accidentally, it can hurt more than we realize. Like in Michael's story, Sophia felt unheard even though Michael didn't mean any harm.
Right. It wasn't intentional, but intention doesn't always change the impact.
That's such a good point. In relationships, friendships, work, small moments of real listening build trust over time.
And here's something interesting for English learners specifically. Listening carefully also improves your speaking. When you focus on how native speakers phrase things, their tone, their pauses, you naturally start picking up rhythm and pronunciation.
Absolutely. That's actually one of the best ways to learn any language. Active listening, not passive hearing.
So here's a challenge for everyone listening right now. During your next conversation today, put your phone away, make eye contact, and really absorb what the other person is saying.
Try it even with something small, ordering coffee, chatting with a coworker, or talking to a family member.
You might be surprised how much you were missing before. All right, it's time for our favorite part, the listener challenge.
Here's today's challenge. Write one sentence using reported speech based on something someone said to you today.
For example, my friend said she was tired, or my coworker asked if I could send the file.
Post your sentence in the comments below. We read every single one, and we'll shout out our favorites in the next episode.
And here's a bonus challenge for today. Try being a full attention listener at least once. Notice how the conversation feels different.
Trust me, it changes everything. Your English skills and your relationships, too.
That's it for today's episode of The City of English.
We talked about the beautiful lesson behind Michael and Sophia's story, picked up some amazing vocabulary, practiced reported speech, and challenged ourselves to listen more carefully.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's also learning English.
And remember, listening isn't just an ear thing, it's a heart thing, too.
Beautifully said, Jason. Until next time.
Keep listening, keep learning, and keep growing. See you in the next episode of The City of English.